remember the suckers. Now, boys and girls, let's try it again. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy, joy.
It's crazy how two of Darlie's BFFs, Melissa Lucio, and now Brittany Holberg, are having things happen in their case that could lead to their freedom. As far as Melissa Lucio goes, I like what's happening in her case. I don't believe she did what she was accused of being done. But this Brittany Holberg, that's a buddy of Danelle and Sully's as well. They speak to her. She killed an 80-year-old man and shoved a lamp down his throat and claimed self-defense from an 80-year-old man. But during her incarceration and waiting for court, she allegedly told her cellmate that she did it for the money. So they convicted her based on, robbery, not self-defense. But now the courts are going back and taking a look at her the jailhouse snitches in testimony. And they're taking it back. So the federal court has thrown it out. Thrown out her murder conviction. Because they fucked around and used a jailhouse informant. It matters not whether she killed him for self-defense or for robbery, because she put a lamp down his throat. Sully loves speaking to her. This is Sully's buddy. Brittany Marlowe Holberg was convicted in 1998 of robbing and murdering an 80-year-old A.B. Towery in his home in Amarillo, Texas. Holberg is being held at the Patrick L. O'Daniel unit, which is formerly Mountain View, a Gatesville prison that houses women on death row, among other inmates. A federal appeals court tossed out the murder conviction of a Texas woman sitting on death row for more than a quarter century, ruling she had been unjustly convicted on the basis of tainted testimony from a paid jailhouse informant. Brittany Marlowe Holberg, 52, remains behind bars at the Patrick L. O'Daniel unit in Gainesville in the slaying of A.B. Towery, 80, in Amarillo on November 13, 1996. Holberg had turned to sex work to support a crack cocaine habit when she got into a heated argument with Towery. Okay, first of all, why are you arguing with an 80-year-old man? Period. Her customer. That means she was a trick. He was a John at his home. Towery was found dead with stab wounds and part of a lamp in his throat, according to court records. Holberg always maintained that she killed Towery in self-defense after he started beating her. But at trial, prosecutors brought to the stand Holberg's cellmate, Vicki Marie Kirkpatrick, who testified that Holberg confided in her that she murdered Towery for the money. Court records showed Holberg denied ever spoken to Kirkpatrick about the slaying. Holberg, defense lawyers, and the jury had no knowledge that Kirkpatrick was a confidential informant for the Amarillo police, the court said. Holberg, defense lawyers, and the jury had no knowledge that Kirkpatrick was a confidential informant for Amarillo police. Well, that doesn't make any difference to me. They're trying to say that they entrapped her by putting this person in the cell to get a confession out of her, which cops have been known to do it over the years. The FBI especially will put an informant in the cell with another inmate. They used the jailhouse informant in my son's case. At the time of Holberg's trial, the state knew about Kirkpatrick's confidential informant work for the Amarillo Police Department, but presented her to the Amarillo jury as a disinterested individual who wanted to do the right thing and was attempting to be as truthful and complete as she could be. According to Judge Patrick E. Higginbotham, writing for the majority in the 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals ruling was published Friday. The state did not disclose Kirkpatrick works as a paid informant until after Holberg was sentenced to death. Holberg's counsel cross-examination of Kirkpatrick spanned only 6 pages of the trial transcript, a reality that speaks volumes, he wrote. Judge Stuart Kyle Duncan, writing in dissent, argued that Kirkpatrick's testimony played only a small role in the case, which is what it should have been. It doesn't matter if she killed him for the money or if she killed him in self-defense. He's 80 years old. So now, since the prosecution wanted to throw somebody in there to help solidify this murder conviction, now this murderer who shoves lamps down an 80-year-old person's throat could very well likely be released because of this jailhouse informant bullshit. It's going back to the court system now. But if they find that that person was paid to say that, it matters not that she killed that man. She could walk. So these are Darlie's buddies, and they're getting out on technicalities, but even though I believe that Melissa Lucio is innocent, that her interrogation was wrong, and this lady's going to get out of killing this man because of a jailhouse informant that they used to try and make sure they got their case won, the prosecution. And Darlie gets to sit there, and they presented all this stuff over the years for Darlie, and everything just points back to her. And these people are getting out on technicalities. How guilty can you be, Darlie Routier? And she has to sit there. Imagine how frustrating it is for her to watch these people get out on technicalities and be moved off death row or be released. And she has to sit there, even though she's got her mother and her sister and all these people out here telling lies left and right about how innocent she is. She has to watch this guilty person. This is a guilty person. And she's going to get out. Texas fucked up. Amarillo, Texas prosecutor that put that jailhouse informant in there with her had no reason to do so if they did, because she already said she killed him in self-defense, and we know it wasn't self-defense. They used the same type of thing in my son's case. They had a informant named Dustin Middleton who testified on the stand that my son told him he committed the crime against Braden Ferguson. When Dustin Middleton gave his testimony in my son's trial, he was in jailhouse blues. He was still incarcerated. As soon as court was over, they released him and dropped all his charges. These jailhouse informants are junk. And now this creep, this lamp using crack-headed whore is going to be amongst us now because Texas fucked up. Justice for Devin and Daniel Routier.